me see if I can just mark out this level here real quick. Let me just keep that right there. Let me keep that right there real quick, and I'll come back to that later. All right, so the next one. What was it? It was another cryptocurrency, ICX. Love what ICX is doing. I have entered into ICX on this trade setup. As soon as I can find it. Where are you? ICX. Love what ICX has been doing over the last few days, right? Completely love it, right? So if you're unaware, right, the markets sold off here pretty good, especially altcoins. Altcoins sold off here pretty good over the last few days, like around about Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, right? And you see ICX. ICX, it gave a little, but it didn't give a lot, right? During the intense sell-off, it held this ground really good, and it finally broke this falling wedge, right, that you have here. And more importantly, let's go back into time. Story time. Let's go back into time, right? Let's look at ICX. So going back, right, to here, this is the first time I published this about ICX. Back here in over the summer. Video is on my page. If you want to go back and check out the video, it's on my page. Go look at it, right? This is the first time I published a video talking about the breakout here, the double bottom, right? The bullish divergence that was taking place down here, all that good stuff about price continuation and reversing to the upside, right? We got that, and we hit our targets up here at $2, right? We talked about all that good stuff. That was a good 1x, right? And still going, right? So look at what happened. Right, look at the inflection points, right? Look at how bullish this freaking thing looked, right? Or looks, right? So here, going back, I'll just go back here to January this year. You can see when price broke this green inflection point, it ran all the way up to $2 and some change, right? Eventually going all the way up to $3.23, right? As soon when it finally got above this, right? And as you can see here, this red, right, inflection area, right? Price back tested it at support. You got to bounce back up. And once price broke this, you went all the way back down eventually to 64 cents, right? So you can see the importance of this green level when price breaks above it, where it could run. And we can go back a little bit further. You can see the same thing back here, right? I know this looks a little weird, but just walk with me. You can see when price finally broke above this green inflection point back in time, this is all the way back in 2017, right? It ran all the way up to $13, right? From where it first broke the inflection point down here at $1, all the way up to $13, right? As you can see, price again, let me make this bigger for y'all. God, I'm doing so much moving with this, but we got to go back into time to understand what's happening in the future, right? When in the present tense. And so you can see price coming back down to test this red inflection area here at support and getting a bounce, right? And once again, back here, once it finally broke the red inflection point and the green, it ran all the way back down to 40-something cents. That's what happened all the way back in 2017, 2018, right? So now, let's get back to the future, well, the present. So now, right, we talked about it. You had to break again all the way up to $3. You came back down, all this bullish divergence. You was back testing, double bottoming here, insinuating continuation and reversal to the upside. You got above the green level, and we talked about once you get above this green here, you could easily see $1.50 to $2, right? We talked about that back then, and a lot of us still have positions that are still currently running on this asset. And so now we got above this red inflection area, right? We came back once again, tested that support and confirmed, right? Back tested that support again, and proved this to be support once again. And that's back in time. Look at all these touches and for support here. So we got it again, but now, right now, this asset was so bullish, like this time around, right? This time around, this asset was so bullish that the demand was so strong, it would not allow sellers to even back test this area, right? They couldn't push it back here again. And you got this higher high form that was extremely bullish, and you got the breakout of this falling wedge pattern, right? You got the breakout of the falling wedge. And then you also had this diagonal resistance here. You got to break out above that. And then you also got to break above this horizontal resistance, right? That you can go back into time and see confirmations as support resistance back in 2018, 2017, and earlier this year. So you got to break out of the diagonal and the horizontal resistance. There's so much demand here that sellers couldn't push it back down to this red inflection point, which they've done time and time again. So much demand here, they couldn't do it. And now you're broken out. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's move on. That's ICX. Talked about taking profit at profit levels on sheep. Not gonna look at it. Dent, right? Made a few posts about Dent today. Remarkable. When I say remarkable price setup, chart setup on Dent, beautiful, beautiful.